Palmer claimed 4. A number matched by Tiger Woods. Now Phil Mickelson could draw near Nicklaus and join Palmer and Woods with 4 of his own, giving Augusta its most decorated foursome of champions. A win today will be another drop in history at the Masters.
Four, please. Phil Mickelson now driving.
And of course, the Mickelson family. We may see them behind the 18th at Days End. They are here, Amy and the kids. They arrived a little late in the week because next week is the spring break week for the children, so they got in here on Friday.
Watching it.
Anxious for a second.
Yeah, now happy.
Should be.
I think Peter Hansen would be thankful that Phil wasn't driving first, and then he'd have to, deal with all the patrons' excitement.
Meanwhile, just a second ago, Oosthuizen for birdie.
This isn't. Oh no, didn't hit it. Didn't hit it. First sign that you need to concentrate on the tempo.
And now Bubba for his par. Sundays in recent weeks, he's been a little shaky from this distance. And here he goes.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, technically his stroke is really off. His head moves around, the hands start behind, and as I said, you bail out in the middle of the green of the first, and it is extremely difficult. One of the toughest putts on the golf course. From probably, obviously coming out in the first green magnifies that as well.
So that's 4 pairings in a row now. We've had 1 bogey and 1 par. Bubba falls 4 back and joins Kuchar at 5 under par. Let's go to the second.
Up the hill, little right to left. Padraig Harrington off to a good start. Don't forget about this guy, the best Irish player ever. 3 majors under his belt. To the 4th.
Ian Poulter on the tee here of the par 3. 220 yards today to that treacherous front hole location. Oh, that's a fantastic shot straight at the flag. So hard to get it close. Only 1 birdie all day here so far. Over to 2.
This view down the hill, Mahan will be trying to a shot in from left to right to use the contours to find that back right flag. Oh, he got the left part, didn't come back to the right. It'll be a long bunker shot. After a bogey at the first, these guys will definitely want to make birdie at the second, and Mickelson here at the first.
Now you can listen in here to the two discussing the shot strategy.
Because the thing is, I mean, it's coming more often this one. I'm just worried. You know what it's like? You know what? It's actually similar. Sorry, just put it on. It's similar to but it is more this one. Yeah, it's a long cross. Yeah, towards them. Even if you started towards them. Okay.
It's absolutely imperative that you trust the...
Just a nice solid swing, nothing fancy, just a good swing. Okay.
You absolutely trust your the direction of the wind. "190 yards, that sounds a long way at the first. Big 6-iron. Hole is 13 yards on it. The false front goes to 8 yards in that left corner.
Losing it right. It's a better side to miss on by a mile.
Well, yes. But speed and right to left break will be extremely significant.
I think at the moment it's just a comfortable 7 sliding his down. Not falling that much.
I feel a couple of yards back on that from that bunker. That means about 150 yards to the front of the green. So 163 or so to the flag.
Bone says just a comfortable 7.
Sounds a lot for Phil, doesn't it? Well, that's safe.
He'll take that.
A lot of Masters. This is the 5th.
And this is Sean O'Haire. He comes off bogey at the 4th.
Can he get it all the way back? Oh, that's a fabulous golf shot as well. They've got a risk getting to the back of the green, but just 1 yard over the back, it will be off and down a good 8 feet below the green.
Back to 3.
Westwood for par. Oh, goodness. Let's go back to 2.
No, I don't think you can call this a putting stroke. It'll be just a little poke. Oh, and you could tell he was happy enough with it when he started it. Didn't break the way he thought it might. He'll more than likely mark that. We'll go back to the 1st.
Peter Hansen opened up the Masters tournament Thursday with a birdie at 1. He's paid the price ever since. Made double on Friday, made bogey yesterday, and it'll take a lot of talent and skill to make his par here in the 4th round.
The chip it into that little darker area you could see on the side of the hill there. That's a good line. Now it's all about the pace. And it's speedy. Be careful, be careful. And wow, I'm amazed it stayed there.
Oh,
that just gives you some idea when your nerves are you're just not in total control of them. The fractions you deal with here at Augusta National.
Up to 2.
And a big putt for Hunter Mahan. Try to claw that one back. He dropped at the 1st. No. Always low. A little jumpy this morning. That's what it feels like. This is the 4th.
And this would be one of those putts that would make you even more jumpy. Down the hill, left to right. A long way past there for Ian Poulter. Mahan made his par at the 2nd as we go back to the 1st.
Kuchar made his par at the 2nd. Phil now for a birdie, knowing that Hansen, the leader, is going to have to battle just to make bogey.
Yeah, priority is speed. Oh, Phil. So there you go. It gets it jangling in your mind. You know how brutally quick it is. And you do that. Jim, these boys are definitely feeling it, and they should be. this is a special day.
You know, Nick, you never want to give away strokes, but it might be better long-term for Peter Hansen to give up the lead here, which it looks like he might, and play from behind trying to chase Phil, and maybe that'll give him a little bit more mental discipline than trying to protect the lead.
I agree totally with that, Peter.
Let's go to 3.
Padraig Harrington. Poulter made his par ahead. Accessible hole location. He was number 3 in the world after his 08 PGA Championship win at Oakland Hills. He's now 96th. He had a victory on the Asian Tour in Malaysia in 2010. That's his only win worldwide since that PGA Championship. Back to number 1.
And Hansen with a par putt, and he was fractions away from maybe being in danger of a big number at 1.
Well, he's even got an uncomfortable stance as well.
Okay, so it'll be a tap-in 5. He's going to put some change down first.
Yeah, I agree with what Peter Kostis was saying. Take a little bit of pressure off, hand the lead to a couple other guys for a few holes, so you get yourself acclimatized.
Let's go to 2.
Young South African Louis Oosthuizen trying to use those slopes. And this one could be very nice. Could be very nice. Oh, come to Papa. Yes! Double eagle. Albatross. Call it what you like. Louis Oosthuizen goes to 10 under par. Echoes back to Gene Sarazen's famous shot in the 30s. That is the first one we have ever seen on television at the Masters. He can get it in the hole from 260 yards, but can't quite manage to make contact. It's caddy's hand.
Do you feel a little deja vu after Schwartzel made his Eagle 3, Eagle 2 on the 3rd last year?
Well, this just changed everything. This just changed the whole tournament. The first double eagle in tournament history on the 2nd hole. Just the 4th double eagle in Masters history. But the first ever at the 2nd.
His heartbeat just went to 62, 63. 62, 63.
Now, Gene Sarazen hit that shot, heard round the world back in 1935 in the final round of 4-wood from 235 at the 15th. Byron Nelson was playing over on the adjacent 17th and stepped aside and said, "No, Gene, your way. You play first before I play mine."
I don't believe.
Did he just do that?
He just threw the ball away.
You can't do that.
I can't do that. It's just not allowed.
Hey, you know, he has that moment forever. That's for sure. Some players.
That guy has that golf ball forever.
I'd love to have that ball forever.
I don't know.
I don't need that one. That one was all right. That ball.
Wow.
We start again. We start again afresh at the 3rd.
Take one more look at this.
Well, we marvel at this golf swing, David.
Just a beautiful balanced swing. And it looked good just from this first bounce. As soon as it climbs as high as it did and starts to move down the hill here, come to Papa. Come on. You know you want to. And here we go. Here's one of the most famous golf balls in the history of the Masters tournament. And just given away to a lucky fan. That's one to talk about right there. Yeah. There you go. Now, just imagine if this were baseball. there might be a clamour there to get it, but this is very civilized. See? It's handed around. Now, while that was going on, this was the third shot. Bubba. There's a lot of those one-handed follow-throughs that might make you think that it's not so good, but there is nothing wrong with that one. Back to the first.
Well, this was earlier, and you wonder what they're thinking. They say they got to be thinking that's an eagle roar they heard. Par for Mickelson. Hansen did tap in for his bogey, but as Mickelson is now even with Hansen, they are 2 behind Louis Oosthuizen. They have no idea that an albatross has been claimed over at the second hole.
I just think I wonder when they're going to get the news. Bones will probably get it first.
Boy, you know, that will, you put your foot on the accelerator and overtake a few when you do that. Bubba Watson up the hill. A great chance here. If he can knock this in, he'll be 4 behind his fellow competitor. Beautifully done. The man who's been in white all week. One of the most exciting young players in the world of golf today. And this is shaping up to be a Sunday afternoon. Could it be as good as yesterday afternoon? Stay and watch.
You know, David, I might want to go over there if I'm Louis and just say, you know, on second thought, would you mind giving me that back?
I'll give you a dozen to the third.
And here's Padraig Harrington for birdie. And that was for his 7th birdie in his last 9 holes, going back to yesterday to 5.
And O'Hair with the shot of the day at the 5th. And is able to strike with a birdie there. O'Hair to 4 under. Nice start there. 3 birdies matched against 1 bogey through 5 holes. Let's go to the third.
Back on the tee, the only par 4 playing under par. Here's Matt Kuchar. Second shot, 90 yards in. Oh, that's beautiful. Kuchar with a chance to get to 6 under within 4. Looking comfortable. Back to 2.
The all-important tee shot for Mickelson. 3 pars on this hole. He will be looking for at least birdie, or at most. He doesn't want it in that bunker, and that is perfect. Got a little extra out of it too. That's a long way down the hill.
By the way, friends, for information on tickets to the 2013 Masters, visit masters.com.
Now back on the tee at the third after a double eagle. Hangs that out to the right. And as you saw, he went with an iron off the tee, one of many options for these players. But Nick, I would think you're even for Louis, the heart rate is up a little bit after a shot like that. Back over to 2.
Mickelson now wants a little draw. Difficult shot for the left-hander off the downslope. Just overdone. Well, now, if that's on the upslope, we may well see another colossal flop shot. Now, on the third.
Bubba. 4 back. And there you see how close he is to the green. as it backs down the slope a little bit. Back over to 2.
Superb tee shot from Peter Hansen. Anytime you hit it past Phil Mickelson and you're in the middle of the fairway, that's generally a pretty good shot. He has a hybrid. You're looking for something.
I mean, like we said, it's better to even get it in the bunker on its far end. Okay, so.
Yeah. Up in the face of the bunker is what we're talking about there. You need it on the upslope for that to be a relatively simple shot, but he'll be looking at the middle of the green with a little fade. Nearly overcut it. And again, well, that is on the upslope, but as you can see, not much green to work with there. So a number of these leaders off to a jumpy start, but not that one. The last double eagle by a Masters champion was 1935. The 15th hole, the shot heard around the world. And here is the most recent from 260 yards. Former Open champion Louis Oosthuizen hangs it up in the middle of the green, knows that it'll take the break right. Moving down the hill ever closer. And 2 at a par 5. Moves him to 10 under par, 2 shots in front in the final round of the 2012 Masters.
Where Oosthuizen ended up off the tee. To go underneath the pine tree. And that is going to end up back in that collection area well behind the green. Just trying to settle down after that remarkable shot. Double eagle at 2. Let's go back to Phil now.
And here we go up in the air. Not nearly the flop that we saw at 15 yesterday, just trying to use the slope. And then, you know, he will not be over the moon with that one. Yeah. To the 3rd, and another man who can play that shot.
Bubba Watson. Not much left. Starts that out well to the right.
My goodness, Bill. That was ran down the right-hand edge of the green and then it's off the other side.
Slopes pretty dramatically,
wow.
as you know, Nick. Right to left, back to 2.
And Peter Hansen doesn't really have the luxury of using the slope, has to throw it right at the flag. Wants it to come back just a touch, but there's not enough slope there. That's a very fast one. To 3.
Oosthuizen now.
It's actually not too bad from here because it's all uphill. You can use. Oh, he slammed it. Why?
He tried to hit it into the bank, Nick, but missed the mark, and you can see he's well past.
I'm surprised. You really should have just forgot about the whole location. Just get it to clamber onto the green and leave yourself 8 or 10 feet below the hole.
2.
Huge crowds around the 2nd. Hard to disguise what's happening down here at 15 and 16. I have my back to that. But, you know, they can hear those enormous roars all the way up here at the 3rd.
And we've had a bunch of them already. Here's Bubba. Just didn't have the pace to have it break into the cup. Back to the second.
Peter Hansen now. And if Mickelson and Hansen do not make their putts here, they will feel like they've given a shot back. And we saw that one missed to the right earlier. It's a pretty straight putt. So he'll tap that in and he'll give 3 back to Louis Oosthuizen. Not often you make par and that happens. Meanwhile, up ahead at the 3rd green.
Oosthuizen began the round 2 off the lead, and after just 2 holes, 2 in front after the double eagle at number 2, and has this for par.
I'd love to see him. Bubba's, it could be dangerous.
That was well done.
That is unbelievable.
And remember, this is where Charles Schwartzel pulled out for eagle in his great final round 12 months ago.
Mickelson now, still a little left to right. Oh, he had a good putt. Just not quite good enough. So the final pair of the day both make par 5 on the 2nd, and they'll both feel a little glum as they go to the 3rd. Louis Oosthuizen leads by 2 in the last round of the Masters.